Garrison Coitz.
Thanks, Ty. Thanks, Ty. Thanks, Ty. Turn the mic on, Ty. Okay, there we go. Sorry, we almost was almost bad. It was almost a whole different kind of show. How's everybody doing? It's Saturday. There's no more football. Yeah, comedy's back. People are gonna want to see it again because there's no more football, and that's the only game we have in Montana. I'm not a high energy person, but I'm hosting this comedy competition, so I'm gonna try my best. So I'm talking really loud, and I'm angry about stuff. I'm sick of people telling me you can't eat magnet. You can eat magnet. You just can't eat 2 magnets within a certain amount of time. It's safe to eat 1 magnet. Take it from me, a comedian. Come on, who's eating magnet? Show of claps. There's one. I've been figuring out who else is eating magnet by hugging strangers and seeing if our hug sticks a little longer than usual. It's pretty fun. I'm trying to lose weight. You can tell this shirt doesn't fit. I'm like bursting out of this shirt. The way I wear clothes is, have you seen the first Men in Black movie? You know the cockroach guy? When he's inside that guy, I'm like, that's what a man should look like. Just about to explode out of his skin. So that's one diet I tried, is you just only buy clothes that are too small for you all the time, thinking that someday you'll be so uncomfortable that you'll like go for a walk or something, not realizing that if they're too uncomfortable to just sit in, that they're gonna be way too uncomfortable to walk in. So that didn't work. I've tried a few other things. I tried some diets, which is fun. I tried this diet where all you can eat for a whole day is what you can fit in like a little winter mitten. And that's it. That's all. Whatever you can fit in a little winter mitten, that's it. That's all you can eat for the day. And you have to wait till the next morning to refill it. It's called intermittent fasting. Thank you. There's some dads in here. That's a dad finding joke. I tried another diet, which is you just eat only Cheetos. Whatever flavor of Cheeto you want, but just Cheetos. And after you eat just Cheetos for long enough, your body goes into this thing called Cheetosis. And you just start dropping pounds. Mostly due to organ failure, but you know, you gotta start somewhere. I'm mad about stuff, remember? Don't you hate when you're on a flight and you run out of airline miles mid-flight? So you have to sit on the floor of the airplane and everybody gets to throw trash on you and spit on you and stuff? I hate when that happens. I'm mad about stuff. But don't you hate it when you take a flight and it's a rough landing and everyone claps when you land? So the pilots do an encore landing? I hate when that happens. And they just take off again and re-land? Duh! I tried to stop my whole row from clapping, but it didn't. I'm mad about stuff. Don't you hate when you take a flight and you're flying to a place to do comedy and you get to the hotel room and they have a mini bar so you can only get a little drunk? I'm so mad about You know what I hate? Hot Wheels in dogs. I mean, hot dogs in wheels. No. You know what I hate? Dogs in hot cars. You know, people are always like, I hate that. I hate that. Well, hey, have you tried it? It could be delicious. And you just are not open-minded enough. I'm mad about stuff. I care about this stuff a lot. You all are great. You tolerated so much of my jokes. Thank you so much. Are you excited for this show? Hell yeah. We got 6 comics who are all going to bring their best to the show. And I need to re-emphasize some very important things. Turn your cell phone off. Turn that off. Make it quiet. You'll get to use it at the end of the show as part of the show. So you can be excited for that. But right now, don't use it. Also, do not heckle. Usually we'll give you a warning and then a harder warning and then kick you out if you heckle. Tonight, it's a 0 tolerance. If you heckle, you will suddenly wake up on the street outside the bar and not know how you got there. There'll just be a moment of blackness and then you'll be sitting on the sidewalk. And the reason for that is because this is a competition. So there are rules, there are strict times. Are you okay? Okay. There are strict times. Each comic has the same amount of time. Their mic gets cut off if they go over time. So if you heckle, you're taking their time. And just to be clear, what heckling is when you talk to a comic who's not already talking to you. So if a comic engages you, that's okay. You're talking to that comic now. But if they don't, just laugh and take it seriously, okay? This is a serious comedy competition. Don't screw it up for these guys, all right? All right, let's get your first comic of the night up here. I'm excited for all these comics. I'm not going to do intros personally for each one of them, but your first comic is just such a magical person. Make it super loud for CJ Smith.
Get it? How we going, LBC? We're officially in the 2nd week of January. Who's still adhering to their resolutions? Round of applause. Nobody? Not a single one of you. You're all a bunch of failures. All right, that's totally fine. I'm the only one looking at my resolution. All right. I resolved to stop yelling at servers. Look, I get it. I know. It's terrible. Shouldn't do it, but I'm just sitting there trying to turn it on. It's just not responding the way I'm wanting it to. It's frustrating. Oh, I should mention, I do work in IT. This has nothing to do with the restaurant. I apologize. It's a little bit different. I help people with computer problems all the time, and people often refer to me as a wizard, which I will admit is my favorite part of the job, all right? Like, just kind of that flavor of nerd. Grew up to become a wizard. Pretty happy. Now I'm up here trying to be a court jester, so truly living my best life, I think is actually what I'm doing. There's one thing that I don't know about computers, though. Are computer chips made of silicon or silicone? Because I know one of them's chips and one of them's tits, but I refuse to learn which is which. That's more fun that way. No, unfortunately, I'm not actually a wizard. What I am really is a certified cybersecurity professional, which sounds impressive until you realize that I'm just the one most qualified to stare at the progress bar as it goes across the screen. It's super exciting, I'll tell you what. Interface, I barely know her. That's... I did have something exciting happen at work the other day. A client of mine got attacked by ransomware, which, if you don't know what that is by the name, it's kind of like somebody trying to kidnap your data. So I'm sitting there rebuilding their stuff, and the client was like, why would somebody do that? I'm like, well, yeah, so it's a little complicated. Just bear with me. I'll try to explain. Money. Like with a kidnapping, nobody really wants your fucking kid, all right? I don't care how good they are at finger painting, okay? But as somebody who works with computers as much as I do, I have officially decided that the G and the T keys are way too close together. It's the amount of times I've fucked up the word regards, gonna get me canceled. Like, luckily I catch myself every time, but could you imagine, like, these are the problems with your network anyway. They say you're not supposed to use that word, but I'll be honest, I've got some undiagnosed neurodivergence or two, and I've always referred to myself as being kind of socially regarded. Best example I have though is actually like when I'm in bed with somebody new, things are getting heavy, and they're like, "What do you want?" Can't tell them it's actually on my mind, which is, I mean, frankly, I'm just happy to be here. Though I want a clearly defined social contract that I can easily adhere to, I think that might help actually. No? Did eventually figure out that I could translate that to, I mean, we can do whatever you'd like. But it took a while, you know? And like, I'd mess it up, I'd really get down on myself, like, oh, they hate you, kill yourself, fuckhead. For my mental health, frankly, but also maybe you shouldn't listen to a guy who calls himself a wizard. That's probably just good life advice, I think. No, working in IT will warp your brain though, because like I have a buddy, his wife, they had a kid recently, sitting there holding their little baby boy, see that soft spot on their head, and I called that the power switch. Because you press it once real quick, it kind of resets the kid, and you keep it down, it shuts him off. I'm not wrong, I'm twisted. Now their insurance tried to mess with them a little bit, like, yes, I know you've paid for your out-of-pocket maximum, and your wife, she's paid for her out-of-pocket maximum, but you know who hasn't? Well, your brand new bubbly baby boy. Oh, look at you being born into debt like a true patriot. Alright, you better start working it off. I think at this point we can get you a job in the mines. Less than a month old, you are qualified to be a canary, I think, actually. That is 2 dead baby jokes if you're keeping track. So probably not like the best person in the world, but to be fair, trying to be a good person actually has done me no favors. Had some neighbors in my old apartment, father and daughter out, catch me walking my dog, see her for like 6 months at a time, good friendly interactions. Never met the wife. The first time I meet her, she's out with their little girl, and with all the innocence of the child, she says, "I like that guy, Ma. I see him outside my window every day." So I had to move. Just like I need to get the hell off the stage right now. Thank you very much. I've been CJ Smith.
In first seat, I'm gonna beat the shit out. Keep it going for CJ Smith. Sorry, we're still fighting. Just because I would have to dive through the window to get you, Ty, doesn't mean I can't get you. Okay, I could pencil dive through that, like Trinity in the Matrix. You'd catch me? Well, then I would feel great about myself. So still, you lose. CJ was talking about moving here. When I moved here, I felt like I didn't fit in at all, so I felt like I had to adopt the things we like in Bozeman as quickly as I could. So what I did was I started hiking. Well, I convinced people that I was hiking. And if you want people to think you hike, this is all you have to do. You just walk into the woods far enough that no one can see you, then sit down for a few hours, you know, smash a 12-pack, call your ex, lose some online gambling, and then walk out of the woods and be like, "It's beautiful up there. I love Cliff Bars." No one will doubt you. All right, let's get more comics up here. I'm buying a little time between each comic because there are judges who are judging. So judges, I hope you're judging your judges so that we can get this next comic up to be judged. Make it very loud for your next comic, the magical Jonathan Baker.
All right, how's it going, LBC? Merry 2025.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, my name is Jonathan Baker, and I am non-binary, and I end up having to use he, they pronouns since I'm living in a building with a bunch of elderly people. On account they don't understand the they, them pronouns, every time I use them to describe myself, they always think I have an extra person with me. So I am a license plate collector. Not very much of us around. But I get these kind of questions from people when I tell them that, like, are you trying to get all 50 states, or do you have all 50 states? I mean, I don't mind being asked these kind of questions, but what fucking pisses me off is when people assume that Alaska and Hawaii are the hardest states to get because they're not connected to the lower 48 states. And this is from experience. Well, I hate to break it to them because they are not the hardest states to get because they don't have fucked up DMV laws like Rhode Island and South Carolina. Especially when they're sending you death threats to turn in your license plates. So does any of you know where Dillon, Montana is? It's in, to those of you who don't know where it is, it's in southwestern Montana, like near the corner of it. It's a tiny town with nothing but rednecks, Mormons, and perverts. So a friend and I went over there to go deliver some junk mail and Latra kits to a not so great neighbor who loves to smell like shit and yell at demons in her toilet. So we drive right by this appliance store that was covered in Trump graffiti, and parked in front of that appliance store was a van covered in Trump graffiti. So I took a closer look at the license plates, and it turns out they ended up being "Don't Tread on Me" license plates. Well, I guess he couldn't get back the blue license plates on account he participated in a January 6th incident 4 years ago. So the state of Nevada wants to extend Interstate 11 from Las Vegas to Reno. I don't blame them. Who loves driving into Tonopah, Nevada, where they have to see the infamous Clown Motel, when it's right next door to a creepy graveyard? Or it could be worse. You could have a prostitute standing at the doorsteps of the Clown Motel looking at you, wanting your money and your sex! Just to top it all off with creepy clowns watching your every move. Every time I hear Kid Rock sing, he sounds like an old lady that has severe Oh my gosh. They're having sex in a dumpster. Again. How many of you remember Mr. Potato Head? Alright, so I was on eBay one day and I came across this Mr. Potato Head toy from the late 1960s, and on the listing it said, complete set. So I click on it, take a good look at it, and all it was plastic face parts and no plastic potato. But then I forgot to look at the box where it said, pick any fruit or vegetable. I mean, that's false advertising. You should have called him Mr. Produce Head. He was either an earlier known eco-friendly toy or just another excuse for kids to not eat their vegetables. I've been Jonathan Baker. Thank you.
Yeah, keep it going for Jonathan Baker, who's also mad about a bunch of stuff, just like me. We both are mad about a bunch of important stuff that's going on. Y'all are doing so good tonight. Give yourselves just a one single clap. Yes. You gotta save those claps. There's gonna be a lot more clapping in the show, so don't get worn out. What were we talking about? Mr. Potato Head. That made me think of my childhood, and I don't know what everyone else's childhood was like, but my childhood, all I remember is just advertisements, just TV commercials. That's my whole childhood. And one that really sticks out in my mind was the commercial for Tang, where they gave that monkey drugs. I don't know if you remember this, where I think it was a chimpanzee. And they give the chimpanzee, I assume, meth or cocaine, and just film it on a green screen running around screaming. I hope nobody got hurt. But what I remember about Tang is it had a really great slogan. Tang was like, do we all know what Tang is? It's like the powder, and then there's also like the Capri Sun pouch version of Tang. And the powder was like, it's astronaut food. We won't tell you what it is, but it's what astronauts eat. And then what I had was the fancy pouch with the metal back. And the slogan I remember reading on the thing of Tang, it said, Tang, it's a kick in the mouth. Which I think was a great thing for parents to think their kids needed during lunch at school. Like, what would really make my kid excel? Someone kicking him in the mouth every day. All right, we got more comics up, and we got to get them out here, or else you won't be able to see them. Let's make it really loud for your next comic, this magical person, Sam Kranowski.
Howdy, howdy, everybody. We having fun? Nice. My name is Sam. I'll be one of your comedians for the evening. They say making love is like a dance. In my experience, it's more like a middle school dance. And that I'm just off on the side awkwardly watching. But I've been working on my game, going to the bars, but women these days are just kind of into negging, which means negative compliments. You guys seem like a stupid crowd. But they say the darndest things, like, you're creeping me out. I'm gonna leave with my friends soon. You guys know flirting, right? Yeah. This one girl got creative. She was like, you look like an RA. And yeah, you're like, he kinda does. But, you know what? I'm a cool RA. You guys are cool to drink in here. Just keep it in here and we'll have a good time. I've been also trying to make myself look cooler, because apparently I look like an RA. I've tried a couple of things. I tried a backwards hat. That's what cool people have. Walked outside, saw my reflection. I was like, douchebag. Right, that's what douchebags have. I tried smoking. Any smokers in the crowd? They all died. I thought it was so safe. I tried smoking, but I had to quit, not for health reasons, but because it got expensive. Was it $8-10 a day for a pack of cigarettes? I mean, look at me, people. That's my sunscreen money. I got other cancers to worry about. You guys know this term, herstory? Are you familiar? It's women's history. At first, as a man, I was infuriated. I was like, this too? But then I was thinking, I was like, you know what, herstory, like, maybe it does make more sense for women to have it, because, you know, it's always repeating itself. And for the women in the crowd, it's always repeating itself. Thank you. Here's another joke about women. My girlfriend's gynecologist is a man, which, like, I'm all for equal opportunity. But I feel like men should not be gynecologists. Am I right, ladies? Yeah, like, even if they would do a better job, you know? It's just not right. It's just not right. You guys remember middle school? Middle school? I had a friend that was raised like pretty like conservative in middle school, or probably his whole life. But his parents didn't let him go to class when we had health class. Because like, this is too early. You're gonna be learning some things that you shouldn't be learning. But they did let him ride the school bus every day. And yeah, we all learned way crazier shit on the school bus. For example, I learned that if you don't get pubic hair by the time you're in 7th grade, that means you're gay. And that one fucked me up pretty good. What you would call a late bloomer. Alright, thank you. You guys have been fantastic. Give it up for Sam Kronowski.
It's crazy when he says someone told him he looks like an RA, because that is exactly what he looks like. I look older than Sam, I think, but if I introduced him as my RA, no one would blink. They'd just be like, yes, that's true. He's a professional RA. He's been drafted into the whatever, you know. That's a joke where you just decide what was funny about it. And if you want to make it any funnier for yourself, you can think of something at the end of the joke. How are y'all doing? Still good? Yeah, woo! Saturday night. You could be doing anything right now. You could be watching the new Squid Games.
And that's it.
But you're here, and that's really cool. It's hard to compete with all the streaming services, and you know, it's hard to get people to go underground when you can watch porn on your phone. All right, let's get more comics out here because we got some more of them. This next comic, such a magical person. Give it up for Monica Baker!
I think women should get into terrorism. How's everyone doing tonight? I think Trump is the Monica Lewinsky of our time. Because white guys keep shooting loads at him. I think Aladdin is the hottest Disney character. And if they didn't want us to think he was hot, why'd they dress him like such a little slut? Get over here, you dirty little street rat. I went on 2 dates with this guy from work, and then he brought a different girl to the company holiday party. And that's all right. I just think he should kill himself. I do think men should try harder on dating apps. The other day, this guy messaged me on Hinge, and he was like, "Hey, how's your day going?" I was like, "What is this guy? A fucking pervert?" Like, my boyfriend doesn't even ask me that. I'm kidding, I don't have a boyfriend. Dating's hard though. I feel like the beginning's fun. Always at the beginning, the guy's always like, "Hey babe, I sleep in my underwear. I hope that's okay." It's like they're bragging. Because girls, I can't do that. What if something happens? I gotta get up and run out of the house. I can't be the victim of a house fire and a slut. The authorities will be like, "Well, what was she wearing?" Yeah, she was asking for it. No, but I think, women should be able to wear whatever we want to wear, right? I posted this picture of myself on Instagram, and this girl commented, she said, "Your arms look so short and stubby." I was like, look, that's what they want, They want us jealous, insecure, worried about how our bodies look. That way we forget we have any power at all. But how it came out was, "Shut up, you fat bitch." I didn't always want to do stand-up. I used to want to be happy. I used to write poems. I read a poem a day and post it on Instagram. And it was scary, because it's really vulnerable. But people were really supportive. They would DM me and they'd be like, "Are you okay?" But it made me happy, And I think that's all anyone wants, is to be happy. Despite all of our differences and everything that's going on, that's all anyone wants, is to be happy. And I know that's true because there are people that huff paint. My ex-boyfriend used to huff paint, and I love a man like that. Because he's willing to do whatever it takes to get to where he needs to go. Plus, he needs me. He needs me to buy the paint. I just want you guys to know I have parents that love me. And by that I mean I had to earn their love through athletic achievements. When you grow up as a girl like that though, you give off a real gay vibe. And to be honest, I'm honored because I think gay women are cooler than straight women. I'm not saying it's easier, I'm saying it's cooler. Because you never see a gay woman crying over someone named Eric. But I have this lesbian friend, whenever she sees me, she's like, "What's up, queer? When are you coming out of the closet?" And that's funny. The first 50 times. After a while, I start to feel like, God, I feel like you don't accept me for who I am. Like, I'm sorry I'm not this picture-perfect vision of femininity. Like, I'm sorry I'm not this image of womanhood that the patriarchy would have me be. But I think I'm still allowed to exist in this world. And then I realized that was the gayest shit I ever said, so. I'm Monica, thanks.
Keep it going for Monica Baker. We're having fun. We got a couple more comics. We're just listening to this song. This is that part of the show. No, bring it back. I think this is Eric Clapton, right? Yeah. All right. I work in coffee. That's my day job. I make people coffee for people when they order it. And I was talking to a customer about Aladdin, you know. I was talking to them about Aladdin, and I was telling them my theories about Aladdin. And I think that, you know, Aladdin is like, in the movie, he's like a homeless guy who has a pet monkey, and they have to steal food to survive because they don't have anything. But I think that Aladdin is also a monkey. But to him, he's a person, and he's smarter than Abu, because he thinks Abu's a dumbass. And so he's like, I'm the main character. But really, Aladdin's just also a monkey who just sees himself as a guy. And then the person was like, can I just have my coffee? So, I should just start a blog. That's something we still do, right? All right, there's 2 more comics. Is that okay? Yeah. All right, let's get your second to last comic out. Make it super loud for Russell Morton.
From the hood, stupid. What kind of facts are those? False. Those are false facts. It's not real. I'm not. I do like hip hop, and I jammed that song because I like to pretend I can relate to Jay-Z. I can't. I have well over 99 problems. Bitches are the majority, actually. I found that out the hard way. Yeah. It's arguably every one of my problems in one way or another is brought on by a bitch. Sadly, in most of these scenarios, I'm the bitch. I'm not a fan of that. Fucking Jay-Z lied to me. Turns out he lied about a couple things. Come on now. Yeah, no, it's good. It's good stuff. I don't relate to a lot of rap or hip hop. I really don't. I don't. You know. I did sell drugs in high school though. You know. Yeah. No, in grade school I was very anti-drug. Fucking big dare guy. Then high school I realized like you can't be anti-drug and pro bitches and money. You gotta pick one. You can't be both. You gotta pick one. So I picked bitches and money. I got neither. That was a fucking mistake. I could have been sober, but I didn't. I chose not. Yeah, no, I mean, I wasn't like a gangster drug dealer though. I know I look hard as fuck. Don't fucking laugh at that. I'll come after you. Tell me about it. No, no, I do. I look hard as fuck, but I'm not. I'm not a gangster. In fact, looks are deceiving. I'm a bit of a fucking pussy, actually. Yeah. I was cool in high school. I was cool. The hat doesn't say so, but I was. Alright? I was cool. I was cool because I did sell drugs. I was also funny. I didn't know I was funny till I started having sex. Arguably not the best place to find that out. Yeah. Not the ideal environment for laughter. But let me be honest, guys. You pull your pants down, she's laughing. You're a funny dude. You can't deny it. That one. You just gotta roll with it. Yeah. No, so I decided to pick up some reading, some literature. Started learning about ladies and their bits. Which is exactly what ladies want to hear. No, these chicks in the front row are not happy. Like, fucking, no, we don't. No, I did, but it turns out I learned some stuff. Turns out, ladies, you got 4 different types of orgasms. It's crazy. This whole time I thought you were only faking one. That's way more intense. That's a fucking script you gotta memorize at that point. That's incredible. That's fucking remarkable. Yeah, I was so stoked. I was like, dude, if there's 4, that means like if I'm lacking in one area, I can make up in the other 3, right? Yeah, that excitement quickly faded when I found out the first one was fucking depth. That feels like a personal attack. That's not, why you put the good shit on the top shelf? I can't reach. That's it. I don't actually like that. I'll be honest with you. Second type, not much more help. Second type is called blended. Terrible fucking name for something I'm trying to put my willy in. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, a lot happened. I lost a lot in the circumcision. I cannot take any more risks, people. None. I can't handle it. I can't take it. Now, the third type is cool. Third type of female orgasm is called girl on top. Gotta get that. Amen. Gotta get something here, but guys. We're excited about that. We're excited about that. But no, just I gotta be honest though. Stop catching so much air. This ain't X Games. You don't get points for airtime. But not a whole lot of pogo to that stick. Chill out. Stay low. Come on. Yeah. No, fourth type of female orgasm did catch me for a loop though. That one was interesting. Fourth type was just called black guy. I don't actually. I think I lack all the attributes in that category. If I'm being honest. Yeah. Fucking sorry, guys. It's too funny. I did find out some stuff about myself, though. Found out that I'm having girl problems. You should feel bad for a son. I got 99 problems. Making bitches come is definitely one. Yeah, that was a callback to the beginning of the song. I guess. Remember that? All right. Anyway. Yeah. You know what I hate though? I hate when people are like, dude, I don't see color. I look through a person's skin to who they are on the inside as an individual. It's like, fucking, I don't. This is the first thing. I changed my whole personality based on who I'm talking to. It's like, what up, Winnie Do? Come on now, get something up. Yeah. Yeah, that's how I roll. Every single time I meet an old white guy, that's what I hit him with. That's what I do. I'm also more appreciate y'all. Have a wonderful
Here we go for Russell Morton. Whoa, someone yelled his name. That was awesome. I didn't even ask for that. How y'all doing? It's Saturday night. You could have done anything tonight. You could have not gone anywhere to eat because everywhere's closed already. That could have been fun. Anybody go to Taco Bell? Any bell heads out there? Any bell ringers out there? Any Taco Bell pallbearers out there? I'm a bit of a taco pallbearer. I remember when I used to be a go to the bar kind of person, there were two options. You either fell in to the pita pit or you were summoned away by the sound of the Taco Bell. Taco Bell's cool. I always find out about new Taco Bell menu items by seeing like a piece of trash blow down the street. Like it's a post-apocalyptic movie. Like, quesarito. That sounds like a Spanish word. I bet it has molten cheese in it. I will try that next time. I know what Taco Bell will be like in the future. I don't know if you know this, but there's a thing called a Taco Bell Cantina. Who knows this? Okay, if you didn't know this, your world is about to be fundamentally changed. There's a thing called a Taco Bell Cantina, which is a Taco Bell and a bar, which is like the worst idea anyone's ever had. Because you don't want to eat Taco Bell when you're drinking. You want to eat Taco Bell when you're so drunk that you need to go to sleep. But instead, you're gonna eat Taco Bell. And you know what there's not at a Taco Bell Cantina? A sleeping bag. So, there's a thing called a Taco Bell Cantina. And in Las Vegas, there's a 2-story Taco Bell Cantina that's open 24 hours a day. So you could live in Taco Bell if you were in Las Vegas. So people got married there. I just think we should stop. We need to stop and look at ourselves, because Taco Bell Future is a sad place. In Taco Bell Future, you don't order. You just go in the drive-thru. There's a facial scanner that detects how sad you are. And then a hose sprays Taco Bell into your car, the appropriate amount to medicate you. We need to stop. All right, we got one more comic left, and then we're going to tabulate some scores, and we're going to pick 2 finalists who are going to go on to compete against the other. This is the first week of this, so there's 2 more weeks. Please come back and see more comics who are all going to try their hardest. And then there will be a finals at the end of that. I think it's February 2nd. It's the first Friday or first Saturday in February. All right, let's get your last comic up here. Let's make it super loud for them because they're going on last. Give it up for the magical Brian Lee Weber.
Hey guys, you know, I really apologize for having to show up in my work clothes tonight, but I didn't get off work when I quite expected to, so I didn't have a chance to go home and change my clothes. And you might have guessed by my attire that I'm a plumber. No, really. I am a commercial pilot, but I don't fly for the airlines and I don't fly for any of the large freight companies. I never really wanted to be an over-glorified bus driver, so I fly a small private jet for a group of guys. Now I'm just an over-glorified chauffeur. Yeah. You know, it doesn't really matter. Commercial license just means you can get paid for flying. So it doesn't matter if you're flying like a 300-passenger airliner or, in my case, a 10-passenger twin-engine Citation jet. You know, size doesn't matter. Okay, as it applies to aviation, okay. Now, you know, have you ever heard the expression, money can't buy happiness? Yeah, I'm sure you have. But I decided to test that theory, so I started a GoFundMe page. Right now, I got about $25,000, and you know, I got to tell you, I'm pretty happy about that. True story, swear to God, I can prove it. The day after Christmas, I went to the Heart of the Valley Humane Society out in Belgrade, and I adopted the most beautiful 2-year-old female Alsatian. And I did that to keep my 2-year-old German Shepherd company because I'm, you know, gone quite frequently. And I don't know if you know, but Alsatians come from Alsace, which is a small region in France, which probably explains why every time she wants to give me a puppy kiss, she tries to slip me the tongue. And you know, I don't know what Costco is putting in their dog food, but it gives my dogs an incredible amount of energy. I'm thinking of trying it myself. So, in light of the political climate of today, I'm proposing that we change the names of the 2 principal political parties in the United States to the Dummycrats and the Repugnant Ones. And we're going to replace the traditional donkey and elephant icons with the crazy smiley face and the poop emoji. I don't know if you heard this or not, but tragedy struck the Trump world earlier this week. The Donald J. Trump Presidential Library burned to the ground before it could be completed, and it was a total loss. All 3 books perished in the flames. And Donald Trump was visibly upset because he hadn't finished coloring the 3rd one yet. You know, I run around telling people that I'm a good cook, and that's not really true. I'm a fucking great cook. Okay. So, in honor of Donald Trump's 2nd and final term, I've come up with a new dish. And I think you guys are going to like it. It's called lame duck. And, you know, I am a decent cook. But if there's any of you out here that think that food me the love of English as well. And so English is fun to play with. I mean, it's almost as much fun as playing with my dogs. Okay, I know what you guys were thinking. I heard it. You guys have got a dirty mind. I like it. So yeah, you know, today, a lot of words don't mean the same thing as they did before. So you can take something as innocuous as the verb to come, which means to move or transport closer to the speaker, like Mary came into the kitchen, right? But then I got to thinking about it, and it's like, well, what about She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. That sounds messy. And if she'll be driving 6 white horses when she comes, that is one bad bitch. And we'll all run out to greet her when she comes. It's a little kinky, but you know, whatever makes your boat float. Oh, how about if you get arrested by a cop? You're under arrest. You're coming with me. I don't think so. Well, that is my time. I really thank you guys for coming out tonight and hope you enjoyed our laughter. Have a good one.
Keep it going for Brian Lee Weber. And I'm gonna bring your comics up because now we're all gonna vote. So now get your phone and go off of airplane mode. Go into submarine mode or whatever it's called. Go online. Get online. Everyone in the audience can vote. There's a QR code. They're kind of sprinkled throughout. You might have to wait a minute for the table next to you to scan there. But it'll be a Google form, and it is a ranked choice voting system. So you'll give 3 points to your favorite comic, 2 points to your second favorite comic, and 1 point to another comic who would be your favorite if the other 2 didn't exist. Does that make sense? Oh, what does it say? What the hell? All right. Well, watch this. I'm about to give you all access. We're about to... all right, here we go. Here we go. All right, try it again. Oh, yeah. Yeah, here we go. Just right in there.
You're a genius.
Thank you. I have a phone. In the future, we won't like do things. We'll just be like a mech suit for a smartphone. You'll just walk around and have a smartphone attached to your chest. All right. So we're gonna get all the comics back up so you remember who they are. First, CJ Smith. Give it up for him if you can. Then we got Jonathan Baker was second. And we got Sam Kronowski was third. And then Monica Baker was fourth. And Russell was fifth. And Brian Lee Weber was sixth. Yeah, give it up for them. Okay, we're just gonna take a minute. You all can go. Does everybody see these people? You all see them? You know who they are? Is there anybody who you don't recognize? You must have come in late. But you can still get to vote. All right. You all can go back to whatever you were doing, and we'll call back up the 2 finalists when we have them in our lives. Enjoy this song, whatever it is, while we go count. All right. Democracy has happened. And so now I will announce your 2 finalists who are going on to compete in the finals against the other 4 finalists who will finalize. Make it super loud for these 2. They really brought the heat tonight and all the magic. Make it super loud for Russell Morton. And make it also loud for Sam Kronowski. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. You've all been a great audience. Danny is going to tell you some things, but come back for the finals. Come back next week. This is one of the funnest shows we do. So thank you for coming out for it. And maybe you 2 will win an actual thing in the finals. Give it up for all your comments you saw tonight. Thank you so much.